Gold versus dollar versus Bitcoin, the superheroes of money. What if I told you that money assets are like superheroes in movie? Gold, the dollar, and Bitcoin. Each one has a superpower, and each one has a weakness. But here's the spoiler. This movie has been running for 100 years, and in the long run, it always ends the same way. The dollar wins the battle, but the gold wins the war. And the Bitcoin? Bitcoin might be a new hero learning the same trick. Stay with me, because knowing this is what separates people who protect their money from people who slowly lose it without even noticing. Let's break them down, one by one. Hello guys, my name is Dmitry and you are watching Dimitalk, the channel where we are talking about the gold, markets, and money without boring parts. If that sounds like your thing, hit subscribe and let's go. First hero, gold. The oldest superhero in the universe. Literally, gold is the chemical element. You cannot make it. In the Middle Ages, people called alchemists spent their entire lives trying to turn lead into gold. Kings funded them. Isaac Newton, yes, the Newton, spent years on alchemy. They all failed because gold isn't created on Earth. Every atom of gold on this planet was forged in space, in collisions of dying stars billions of years ago. Think about that. The gold in your ring is older than the Earth itself, and it is rare. All the gold ever mined in human history, about 216,000 tons, would fit into a cube, roughly 22 cubic meters. One cube, smaller than an apartment building. That's everything from the pharaohs until today. That's why central banks, the treasuries, or entire countries sit on about 36,000 tons on it. It's their insurance policy. If the global economy ever collapses, if currencies burn, gold survives. It survived Rome, it survived empires, it survived 2 world wars. Superpower, trust proven over 5,000 years. Nobody can print it, nobody can delete it. Weakness? You just sit there, gold pays you nothing. No interest, no dividends, it's a sleeping guardian. Second hero, the US dollar. Who owns it? The United States. It's issued by Federal Reserve, America's central bank, created in 1913. And here is the fun part. A 100 bill cost about 9 cents to produce. 9 cents of paper and ink. And the whole world treats it like it's worth $100. That is a superpower on its own. How did it become a world's money? In 1944, at the end of the World War II, the winning countries met a small town called Bretton Woods. They made a deal. Every currency gets tied to the dollar, and the dollar gets tied to gold. $35 per ounce, guaranteed. The dollar became the center of the financial universe. Then, in 1971, President Nixon broke the promise. He cut the link to gold overnight on live TV. Since then, the dollar is backed by one thing only: trust in America. And yet it stayed the king. Today, around 60% of all the world's currencies reserved are in dollars. And get this estimated as 80% of all 100 bills are held outside of United States, from Argentina to Vietnam. When people panic, they grab dollars. Superpower? It's accepted everywhere, instantly. And unlike gold, the dollar can pay you interest. But here is a fatal flaw, and it's a big one. It can be printed infinitely. And it is printed every time there is a crisis, an election, or war, since 1971, the dollar has lost roughly 85% of its purchasing power. Not in some disaster, in normal, peaceful decades. Your grandfather's dollar bought a full lunch. Yours buys a chewing gum. Meanwhile, in 1971, an ounce of gold was $35. Look at the price today. Gold didn't get more expensive. The dollar got weaker. Gold is just a mirror that shows it. The dollar isn't money you save. It's money you spend. Even the US government knows it. That's why they keep 8,000 tons of gold in Fort Knox and never sell a single bar. The third hero, Bitcoin, the rookie with a strange power. 2008, the global financial crisis. Banks are collapsing. Governments are printing money to save them. And in the middle of the chaos, an anonymous person or a group nobody knows exactly, calling themselves Satoshi Nakamoto, publishes a 9-page document, Digital Money That Needs No Bank and No Governments. In January 29, the first Bitcoin blog does live, and hidden inside it, Satoshi left a message. A newspaper headline from the day: Chancellor on brink of second bailout for banks. Bitcoin was born as a protest. Its power is mathematical scarcity. There will be only ever 21 million Bitcoins. Not because someone promises, because the code makes it possible. It's gold scarcity, rebuilt software. That's why they call it digital gold. You can send it across the planet in minutes, and no bank can stop you or freeze it. That's why it's spread everywhere, from Wall Street funds to street vendors in Nigeria. And in a fun fact, in May 2010, the programmer paid 10,000 Bitcoins for 2 pizzas. Today that worth, let's not math, it hurts. Superpower? Scarce like gold. Fast like the internet. Controlled by no one. Weakness? It's young and wild. The price can drop 50% over months. Governments still argue about regulating it. And if you lose your password, your coins are gone for forever. An estimated 3 to 4 million Bitcoins are already lost in that. Almost 20% of everything that exists. So let's put 3 heroes side by side: gold, dollar, and Bitcoin. Talking about the gold, supply is limited. Talking about the dollar, supply is unlimited and printable. Talking about the Bitcoin, fixed supply, 21 million coins. Pays interest? So, gold do not pay interest. Bitcoin do not pay interest. And dollar pays interest. Track record for gold, 5,000 years. For dollar, 100 years as a king. And for Bitcoin, 70 years. So, its weakness, sits and waits. Different values, different superpowers. One is loses value over the time, another has wild volatility, and there is a different patterns. Gold and Bitcoin are on the same team, the team of scarcity. Nobody can create more of them, so over the time, they hold value. The dollar is on the opposite team, infinite supply, but it's losing its value. It's the best money for today and the worst money for the next 20 years. But it has one weapon that keeps it in the game. It's interest. Remember that. It's the key to be final. So let's finish the movie. In the long run, over decades, the answer is clear. A printed currency always loses. That's not an opinion, that's physics. You cannot print trillions and stay strong forever. Every dollar printed makes your dollars worth a little less. Gold and Bitcoin can't be printed, and that's exactly why, in the long run, they go up against the dollar. Gold has been doing it for 100 years straight. Bitcoin has been doing it for 17. But And this is important. The dollar has one trick that can fool you in the short term: interest rates. When Fed raises rates, government bonds start paying 4 or 5% just for holding dollars. All the liquidity in the world gets sucked into the dollar like a vacuum cleaner. Investors sell gold, sell Bitcoin, and their prices fall. Even though nothing wrong with them. The media screams gold is dead, Bitcoin is dead. Don't be fooled. That's not strength. That's the payment for holding melting asset. The moment rates come down and the printer turns back on, the money flows straight back into gold and Bitcoin. Every single cycle. So here's the takeaway. The dollar is for spending and for short chapters of the story. Gold and Bitcoin, the assets nobody can print. Are you keeping what you are earning? And when you see high rates pushing them down, interesting. Historically, that's not the time they die. That's the time they go on sale. The dollar is for spending and for short chapters of the story. Gold and Bitcoin, the assets nobody can print, are for keeping what you've earned. And then you see high rates pushing them down. Historically, that's not the time they die. That's the time they go on sale. But remember, this is not final advice. This is history. Do your own research and make your own decisions. If this made money a little less confusing, hit subscribe, because on Dimitalk, we break down gold and markets like every single week. And share this video with your friends who's still keeping all his savings in cash. He'll thank you probably in 10 years. My name is Dmitry, and this was Dimitalk. See you on the next one.